Hello Group 1, this is going to be your reading today for What Makes You So Damn Special. Now, I really wasn't planning on doing a reading coming home from work though. I just got this overwhelming urge. Someone out there needs to be reminded of their worth. So, we're gonna get into it. What's your unique abilities? What's your unique features, attributes, things that people notice for Group 1? There is something very stately about you, Group 1, something that garners a lot of respect from people, and it's just your essence in a way. You got the High Priestess, the Six of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. And the Hierophant and the High Priestess are they are the ones who know. They have this higher wisdom or this inner wisdom, this inner knowing. And you have the ability to see through people's facades. You see through kind of BS situations, but it's the way that you can act on those things is very noble. Like, you don't always need to call everything out, you know, or you know, tell people about themselves to their face, but you wait and see and let people reveal their own truth. And it ends up making you look even more wise. And not even look, it is a wise move. You have a lot of wisdom in you, and it affects the way you move. And because of that, you reap a lot of rewards, or you have the ability to make really smart choices and know where to invest your energy and where to not. You're very balanced in your ability to give to others without depleting yourself. And a lot of people look up to you for this. It's almost like you can be an example to others in the way you should carry out self-care, in the way you should go about like managing your resources, things like that. And there's something I'm getting for some of you, like you might have an actually commanding voice that people just genuinely like to listen to physically. And it's like you're not afraid to go against the grain. You're not afraid to say the off the wall thing, because it's not actually off the wall. It's like you could drop a truth bomb and people need a second for it to sink in. People need a second for, you know, the gears to turn and like, light bulb. Yeah, what you just said is 100% true. Never would have thought of it that way. You bring perspective to a lot of situations. So let's go a little deeper. What makes Group 1 so damn unique? I think a lot of you are also like, you have this very nurturing ability. Something about you, even if you kind of keep to yourself more at times, or like there's so much like spoken with just like your eyes. And there's so much like unsaid that is actually said in your energy, but it doesn't give like cold. There's nothing about you that people see as like, they might not know how to take you quite at first, but they quickly like learn, like you have this very trustworthiness about you to where like people just feel safe in your presence. yeah, again, okay, I don't want to be redundant, but like, you are not afraid to let things play out the way they need to. You have an ability to step back and see the bigger picture of situations, and it helps you to like really make the most of your life, or you have this ability to do that. If you haven't quite tapped into that, or haven't been quite aware that that's what you do, that's what you do, group one. You're not afraid to leave a situation if it's not working out, even if it's hard or it hurts a little bit. You'll dip if you need to, because you see the light at the end of the tunnel. Whereas, you know, you're not a pessimist by any means. You know that like there is, you know, even through pain, we have to go through the pain to get to the light. So you're able to get down and dirty and just go through it, go through the mud if you have to, because you know you're going to come out on top. You have a confidence about you, a very secure sense of self. And this really makes you have a strong leadership ability, group one, with the Emperor down here. You could be a very good like counselor or guide through like some niche, I don't know, some niche hobby or something like that, or the skill set. And you'll stand up for what's right. And what I like too is that even though you have this like very like almost like wise beyond your years sense of wisdom and groundedness to you, there's still this like you got heart, kid. Like you got heart. Like you got this playfulness. You have this passion that also like allows you to explore. Like you don't stick. The Hierophant can a lot of times be about traditions and conformity and whatnot, but I feel like you make your own rules. Like you're truly your own guru, and you're not afraid to like look silly or take a risk if it's just kind of what your heart is calling to you in that moment. And again, this opens the door for a lot of creativity and just more experience for you to gain and put into your arsenal. You are very accepting of other individuals' humanity and flaws as well. Like you have this, a good amount of empathy and understanding, which is really beautiful. That is probably one of the best qualities a person could have, especially today. So we're going to lay out your oracle cards now and see what else makes you so damn unique. Okay, group one. So, you all are really the gurus. You are really the mystics, the wizards, the artists, the truth speakers also. And if anything, what I'm getting with these oracle cards, it's almost like a mission you're being called towards right now. And that is that, first of all, this card too, I like that it's number 2. We got 2, the High Priestess, first card pulled. You do have an ability, a very, very, very strong, finely tuned intuition. And if you've not been trying to, strengthen that or like listen to it as strongly as you could be, play with it, you should be. Because there's something here with what you say, what you put out into the world or what you create is very important and influential to others. Like with Malala here and courage, you have a voice, and it doesn't even have to be like a major issue or a major cause. I think it's just in the way that you even express yourself. When you do that and you don't hold yourself back, it is like the thing that society needs to hear at this time. It's the thing that your friend needs to hear, that some stranger, you know, maybe scrolling on social media sees, and it lifts up their day, or it gives them a good reminder and helps them feel better about themselves. You're just this truth spitter here that is in a non-preachy way. But if you feel like sometimes you go against the grain, or like the way you present yourself maybe isn't what the way others might do so. You are unique because you don't compare yourself to anybody else. You don't try to make yourself look like anybody else. You don't try to put on a facade on your social media or make your life seem any certain type of way. It just is. And that comes across, that comes through. And it makes other people want to be more authentic. And like with the gifted guide, you don't need it all figured out. Like, you are getting insights, you are getting downloads. So jump on those creative impulses, jump on those ideas that you have when you have them, those sparks of inspiration, because it's, you know, from the universe, it's from your higher self. It is truly divine. You got the mystic, intuition, high priestess, again, visionary. Visionaries always look crazy at first, group 1. And there may even be criticism at first. But it's usually from haters, first of all, and people who don't have much going on in their life, or people who feel insecure by your security. So don't let that throw you off your game or change who you are. You're unique because you have developed the sense of contentment within yourself. And this has made you truly free. So you may be somebody who like goes down rabbit holes, or one minute you're curious about what? You want to learn how to crochet, and the next minute you want to learn how to make sushi, and the next minute you want to be a singer, or, you know, all these things. You start taking voice lessons. Like, you really go all in. But you're just a curious person, and you like to experience things fully. You put your heart into it. Follow those. Keep doing that, because you were born with gifts, with desires, with abilities that were meant to be shared with the world. Like, that is almost like your soul mission here. This is not the reading I thought we were going to have, but this is what absolutely, like, and you know this in your bones. You've always felt like you were a little different. And maybe you even questioned why. Why can't I just like the things all the other girls or boys are liking and have these common interests? And not that we can't still do that, but you are learning that you don't need to dim your light at all. You don't need to hide away that part of you. The more actually you show it, the more it's like attractive, and like people are kind of awestruck by this. So you go on, create what it is that's in you, only you. You are one of one, the only one, honey. Let's get one more card for you for group 1. Patience is within me. This has been a very strong, consistent theme of your reading here, as far as allowing things to play out. Wait and see. And maybe there's a specific situation that you're facing right now that, you know, you might be getting a little restless with. Maybe there's something you're trying to grow or build right now. Trust and know and believe yourself, what you do know, that this is all working out the way it's supposed to. And keep listening to your intuition first and foremost, even if it seems absolutely crazy, even if you've never seen anybody else do it before, because you are a visionary, group 1. Okay, that is what I have for you. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Hello, Group 2. This is going to be your reading today for what makes you so damn unique. I was not really planning on doing a reading today, but coming home from work, I just got this strong urge. Someone out there needed to be reminded of their worth. So we're going to get into it. What are your qualities, your attributes, your characteristics, your amazing features that make you so unique to others? Amazing. Amazing. You know what? I knew this was amazing was a very specific word to come out of my mouth. And this is truly remarkable. You're a beast, Group 2. We got the Devil, the Five of Wands, the Eight of Cups. You have some really strong wits about you. You are somebody who, there may be a crowd moving one way and it seems like, the right way. It's the way to success. This is the path that people take to get to, victory. And you say, nah, I'm going to go around the crowd. I'm going to jump in the Uber and I'm going to get there 10 times faster. You have this way of outsmarting people, and it's not even in a manipulative way. You just have this, I feel like something in you is very passionate. You have a very strong what's the word? Just a very strong drive to succeed and to be the best in your field. It's intrinsic to who you are. It is not about being better than anybody else. And it's not about comparing yourself to anybody. It is you and you. You competing with yourself. You passing the baton to yourself. And you've got I feel like a lot of you might be really hard workers, even labor wise, you might actually be physically strong, or just you have a high pain tolerance for some reason. I'm getting that. And you can physically push yourself to the brink to accomplish something. You will be up all night, building a house or something. Your friend comes over to your house and you just had tore a wall down and created an open concept in your home. That's such a light. I'm such a girl. I watch a lot of HGTV. But you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing. You are a get it done type of person. And you got the stamina for it. Another thing is I think you're really fun. There's some, even in spite of your, your aggressive approach to your task, I think you kind of get a thrill out of it. You are maybe even a thrill seeker, and you're willing to stand up to do the thing. You'll be the first one to volunteer for karaoke. But even more than that, I still I'm trying to think of the right example, and maybe some of you will tell me. You will know yourself. It's almost like this edge of danger. You a little, even beyond just going up to sing karaoke. Anybody could go sing karaoke. But the really hot person sitting at the bar, you will just go talk to them. You're not afraid to put yourself in even embarrassing situations, and it doesn't end up being embarrassing because you just have that smoothness about you. You have that finesse about you, and you're just have a vibrant, fun personality that is it could catch other people off guard. You are not afraid to leave any room that the energy feels off in. You will tell it like it is. I think a lot of people appreciate this about you too. I keep getting this whirlwind energy of people being like, what just happened? It's like you walk in and the energy shifts in a good way. It's like, it's just, you have a way of drawing a lot of attention to you without even needing to try. But I get this sense again of like it really coming from a place of honesty, like your truth. You are not concerned with anything outside of, like, you do want to be the best, and maybe you're hard on yourself when if you feel like you fall short in some way, but you genuinely will not think twice about like, hey, you know what, I tried this didn't work out, or hey, you know what, we were friends, we were cool at one point, but like I am not cool with this behavior, I'm not cool with what you did here, and I need to set a boundary and go elsewhere. It doesn't matter how long you've known the person. You'll be very forthright about that. And I feel like it's a very upstanding energy within you. Let's get some more. Let's go a little deeper for group 2. What makes them so damn unique? I get that some of you, like maybe you are like, you even have like kind of like an edgy look to you. Like maybe you wear like really sleek black clothing. That's like, I don't care who you, like the black dress is always going to be the best. You put some black on, you're always going to look stunning. And you will be wearing your black heels, okay? Or on the contrary, you could be attracted to really vibrant colors, really something more bright, something more loud, something that pops, but you're still very demure in yourself. It's like people wouldn't expect that from you just based off your personality. One way or the other, it's like eye-catching. It is show-stopping. And if things get, again, like if things get too tense, you don't play games. You do not play games with people. You are just a straight shooter. I love that. That's one of my favorite qualities, group 2. Okay, let me stop talking. You got the Chariot. That's that drive. That's that dog in you. The 8 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. You know what? Okay, so you don't like to stay stuck too long anywhere, frankly, and especially not when it comes to your relationships. I get that you can see and identify opportunities very clearly and almost easily. And you make your success happen. If there's an environment where you're feeling suffocated or stuck, or you feel like you're not getting what you deserve, like a job, maybe the pay scale, maybe the workload has changed from what you agreed upon, like you will speak up to make that change happen for yourself. You're not gonna just, I mean, you might talk about it. Who doesn't love workplace gossip? But like you aren't going to just talk about it amongst your coworkers. You're not going to complain, and be passive aggressive by any means. You're going to go to your boss, sit them down, and just tell them what you need. And if they can't give it to you, you will walk away, because you know with 4 of Wands, there are better opportunities out there. You probably already have some lined up. You're a mover and a shaker, group 2. Okay, that's what makes you so unique. I feel like you could start revolutions if you wanted to. But you know how to prioritize your peace. You know, you're not somebody who's going to just necessarily run your battery all the way negative for somebody. If you just don't have it in you. And that's really loving towards yourself, but towards others also, because you're not even giving, you know, the chance for resentment to build. Like, hey, this is just how I'm feeling. I'm really low energy today and I just can't go out tonight. Love you. We'll catch up soon. It's honest. And I think that you like to have like this sense of camaraderie. You like to see other people succeed. You genuinely like to see other people succeed, which is a beautiful thing too. And you will. Now that is interesting. So I do definitely feel like it's a balance. Like I think this is a very balanced energy where, because you're so comfortable stating your needs and setting your boundaries, you know what you can give to others. You go all in for your friends. You will be loyal and supportive of them and help them do what you can to help them reach their goals. Because you have a lot of, I think, knowledge and like really good, useful skill sets that can be helpful for them. And you're happy to share it. You're not hoarding it. You're not like, no, this is, I gotta, you know, you're not focused on just you making yourself look good. You like to see everybody look good. And when you are depleted, you take your break. And I think you actually get a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment when you do see a job done, though. When you do see someone else reach a finish line, when you do see the team reach their goals, and, you know, then of course for yourself as well. You know, you could almost sacrifice yourself a little too much at times. Or not even sacrifice. I feel like you might even lose yourself in feeling like you're putting others' lives and goals and dreams ahead of your own. And like, maybe that's also just like, you know, who are we to say what, if that brings you fulfillment in this life, that's what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think you're also trying to figure that out too. Let's get your oracle cards. We're going to get your oracle cards laid out here and see what else makes you so damn unique. Okay, group 2. This is so interesting. I keep meaning for these oracle cards to be what makes you unique, and it turns into a different message. And for you, this is coming through as like a message of reassurance. So just stick with me. This is really good. Because it's getting more specific. I feel like now a lot of you might have actually gone through a struggle, a very difficult, challenging, almost upsetting situation. And like Spirit is coming through to reassure you that you, first of all, did the right thing. And it is okay to slow down, to retreat, and to recharge your energy. I think that's what you did. And there might be like some residual like guilt or like second guessing of like how you handled the situation. And you did it with integrity. I feel like there were some real bullies maybe even, or just friends who were not being loyal to you in some way. And you did not stoop to their level. Like what I talked about, going with the crowd, you skirted around it, literally. You just removed yourself. And something about maybe something you said or an action you took, it could have been extreme. And at first maybe people were like, why would she do that? That's a little overreacting, blah, 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 something like that. It wasn't. And they know that. They were reacting because they were afraid of the consequences. They were afraid that you were actually standing up for yourself or the situation, what was right in that moment. You did that. You are a honest, kind person, group 2. That is what makes you so damn unique. You don't put your head down. You keep your head up. You stand tall. You walk in those heels. You keep doing you the way that you've been doing it. Know that you have broken yourself free from whatever the situation was. If there was something that was confining or making you feel trapped, it might have really hurt. And I get the sense that it was more than one people that were hurt, because something like had to break altogether. But because of that, see this rose sprouting from the third eye here? It's bringing you this message of like better things are on the horizon, of hope, of the wisdom that you have gained, the lessons, you've learned the lesson from this situation. And you are only up-leveling. You are only raising your vibration. And I like with this card, with the broken branch, heartache, it's very real. You know, when a plant, maybe some of you are plant lovers, when a plant has dying parts, it's important to cut away those limbs, cut away those, you know, those stems, so that the nutrients can be redirected to the healthy parts. It is for the good of the whole plant to cut away the dying parts, the not healthy parts. You did that. You did that, and it is not an easy task, an easy feat, and you do need to rest. Like, take that time that you need, but you saw the bigger picture in this scenario. Maybe others could not, but you saw the bigger picture and did what was good for the whole, and you will be rewarded for that. You are being rewarded for that. What makes you unique is when you are confronted with challenging situations too, you're not a blame shifter. You know, we all can be at first. It can be hard. We can get defensive at first. But you do use these opportunities to look at yourself, honestly, to look at your shadow self, and to just take that obstacle, turn it into a beautiful lesson. You're not disillusioned. You don't lack self-awareness. And that just heals more of those parts of you to make you an even more like dynamite, amazing individual. That is what makes you so unique. And that is why your presence is felt so strongly in a room amongst others. That's why you are a leader. That's why you are an example. You've truly liberated yourself from whatever this nonsense was. And there are really, really good times and opportunities ahead for you. Just know that, trust that. I feel like you already know that, but just, you know, we can get a little doubtful sometimes. It can be hard when you're in the thick of it, but I think you're really coming out of it. So just take a load off, group 2. You've done what you needed to do, and kind of, in a sense, like, because you've taken those steps, like, your reality is shifting because of that. The universe, the wheel of life is turning in your favor right now. So there's really nothing more for you to do at this time. Just let kind of, you know, your manifestations take place. Let the universe work its power. We'll get one more card for you and close. These cards keep wanting to pop out. We're just going to take them. Surrender to the spirit energy. Surrender to the situation. I am peaceful and one with the earth. Oh yeah, that was another thing I wanted to say actually. Going out into nature. Some of you might actually feel really connected strongly with nature, between the rose and the tree here. That could bring you a lot of peace and grounding, and even more like time for reflection and just healing overall, and kind of secure that confidence you have in yourself and that you are on the right track. And that's a really good time to connect with spirit or the divine or whatever, whoever it is you look to. So yeah, that's what I have for you, group 2. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. This is going to be your reading today for what makes you so damn unique. I really was not planning on doing a reading, actually, but coming home from work, I just got this urge that someone out there needs to be reminded of their worth. So here we go. Your attributes, your features, your characteristics that make you so uniquely you, your talents and abilities that other people see. For group 3. Wow. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful energy. Group 3, you got the Ace of Cups, you got the Empress, and the Queen of Swords. Very feminine energy, very heart-centered energy, but it's balanced. I like it. We have also the Queen of Swords at the end here. Let me just sit with this for a moment. You have, Group 3, this kind of childlike innocence about you. You're very open-hearted. You're very open to other individuals, emotionally and friendship-wise. You're very nurturing. I'm getting even mothering. I feel like you have a lot of maybe even like people, like followers of sorts, whether it's like siblings or just like friends you've had a long time, people who look up to you truly, especially with the Empress in the middle here. Like, you are very radiant individual, and people just feel soft and safe in your presence. At the same time, you'll cut a bitch. You will say it like it is. Like, you're quite the conundrum, Group 3. You set good boundaries for yourself. Let's say that. That's much better. I think you prioritize your self-care so that you can truly give to others from a full cup. And if that means you need to step away and take some time for yourself, you don't let like haters or negativity seep into your energy too much. Nobody is immune to that, right? But you have kind of mastered this sense of control and of your environment, this protective energy over yourself. So it's kind of like what's the old saying, rubber and glue, whatever you say bounces off me and back onto you. You are the epitome of that. Even when people mean to hurt you, they just can't quite penetrate you. Because you have this, I don't know. I don't know what even I would call it. This just truly beautiful heart. But this truly solid, sense of yourself. And each of these cards, I like how behind the cat's head, there's this glowing sun, right? It's like you give yourself the energy you need. You're not dependent. That's the word. You're not dependent on anybody else for anything. You don't need anything from anyone else, which can almost be like, it can surprise people. It's pleasantly surprising because you do have this childishness. It could almost come across as like naive. I struggle with this word. Naivete. But it's not. And the deeper people get into conversation with you, the more your true insight and your wit and your intelligence comes through. And it's like, wow, Group 3 is the full package here. You have this open heart, but you have a really strong mind and a strong willpower as well. That makes you super unique. It's like something people haven't really seen before. And I bet a lot of people like to go to you for advice or to at least talk, if they need a listening ear. But they know they'll also get the honest feedback from you. And then you'll take them out for ice cream. That's what it is. So let's get a little deeper. What makes Group 3 so unique? I'm getting you have a way with words, Group 3. Some of you could be poets or writers also, or you just, have the way of just saying things in a way that's very receptive for others. It makes them think about things in a different light. Your way of expressing yourself is very beautiful. You have a way of just making wherever you are more beautiful. Your environment, very aesthetically pleasing also. Wow, so we got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords right beneath it. You are up for a journey. You're up for trying new things. There's no stagnant stuckness. You love enjoying the richness of life. That's really like the secret to happiness anyways. It's just living your life, and you are here to live it, honey. And you like to even share it with others with the Four of Wands beneath the Empress. I think that's part of what makes you so magical, is like maybe you're even a really good event planner, or you have a way of just bringing people together. Like you're like that backbone. And you like to see other people having a good time. You like to provide that good time. And then you got the World beneath the Queen of Swords. Whew. You've learned, because you've lived a life. Like if people think you've had it easy, they don't know you yet. They haven't heard your story yet. You are able to enjoy the finer things and the beauty. You choose to look at the awe and the beauty in the world. Because you've seen probably the depths of humanity at times. You've probably been through some really low periods, or maybe you've had a struggle that you've had to overcome in your life, so that you just don't sweat the small stuff by any means, but you also like understand the duality of life. That you take the good and the bad. You know there can be bad things happening, but there is still beauty and love and light in the world that you choose to focus your energy on and to share with others, try to inspire others in that way. Again, with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords beneath it, it's like I think you're a very self-seeking individual. Like you might love to learn new things. You might like to expand your mind in different ways, or in philosophies and whatnot. You might like to enjoy personal development and, learning more and more about yourself and your spirituality, even your creativity. You love to tapping into that and just like unlocking new parts of yourself. And it's like you've evolved into this Empress sort of being, this Mother Earth of sorts that can really just sustain a lot, whether it's from your environment, just life, circumstances, the unpredictability of life, and even some negative energies. Like you know how to navigate this and not let it completely disrupt your peace, or you know how to feel your feelings and let things flow and process your emotions, and then just move on, keep it moving with your life. That is beautiful. Okay, we're gonna pull your oracle cards and see more about what makes you so damn unique. Group 3. This is the message coming through here for you, is that you are on the brink of some really big shifts in your life, some really big movements. And I think that's coming out in this reading because you have clearly already accomplished so much with the world. That's the end of the journey. That's, integrating all of the lessons and life experiences you've had, and finding success, completion, that kind of relaxation after you've like won the big game or something like that. But then what happens after? We start all over again. So I said you've lived a life, and you have. It shows in your very essence of who you are. And there's something bigger, isn't there, Group 3? There's something more that you're ready, or something new that you are ready to achieve, that you're ready to tackle. And it may be bigger than anything you've experienced in the past. And this message is like confirmation that you are ready. The question is asking here on this card, the portal, adventure, ancestors calling. Are you ready? I'm here to tell you, Group 3, you are ready. Step through the portal. It might be a little scary, especially when you're starting something new, and knowing the energy that you put into, and the passion and the heart that you put into things, it could feel a little daunting. But you are being guided specifically at this time. You are very loved by a specific ancestor or a guide. And so follow those nudges. I think you're somebody who does also see the signs in the world. You pay attention to synchronicities. That's your call for this transformation, that you're supported and you're held. You are on the right track and you know what you are doing. So trust yourself. Your goals, break them down into monthly or weekly or daily goals if you need to. Just don't doubt yourself. Don't let your ego tell you that, well, things are good as they are now, so I don't need to, ruin it. My ideas probably aren't worth pursuing. I should just be happy with where I am now, because you clearly feel it looks like you're, nobody's life is perfect, of course, but, I should just be happy for what you are. Not a settler, group 3. That's what makes you unique. You might accomplish a lot of many tasks. Say maybe you've learned a language in your life and you've held high positions in 3 completely different career lanes in your life. And you have had a child in your life, and you've done all of these things that maybe people do one of in their lifetime. And now you're here and it's like, all right, well, what's next? You can only go bigger. You have that thing. So your ideas are worth pursuing. And also, trust the process, trust the timing, don't get discouraged, and keep doing what you're doing and celebrating your successes, even the small ones. Making time for recreation, making time for self-care for yourself, to rest. All of that is going to contribute to the growth of something really beautiful and new and fresh in your life. And with the boundaries card here, I did refer to setting boundaries with other individuals or draining energies, but I also think that this is setting boundaries on the time you spend looking in the past. And I think you do this now. That's another part of your thing. That's the group 3 thing. Again, it's not like you're blind to, the realness in the world and some of the, harsher elements of life or what people experience. But you limit the amount of time you spend on that, as far as letting your mind then get the best of you, or sinking down, maybe even reflecting on where things have gone wrong in the past, setting boundaries around how much time and focus you put onto that. I think that's also why you like to learn new things. You realize education leads to opportunities. Your curious mind leads to opportunities and new doors, new people and whatnot, new places. Following that is like stepping into this portal. Follow your curious mind. The other thing makes you so damn unique, your independence. You are the embodiment of independence. Group 3, you prioritize your autonomy. You take the time to check in with yourself and what really matters to you, and if you're being authentic, if you're truly enjoying your relationships with others, because you know that when you can take the time to be true to yourself first, you are fully independent financially even. You don't try to depend on anybody else. And when you can do that and keep an open heart, you easily can have whatever you want. You easily can have great friendships. You can easily accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Okay, you have a dynamic energy with the Raja's energy. This is just pure fire. It is this incessant, it is a need to put your desires into action. That is who you are. That is intrinsic to you. Have a desire come up. You have a pursuit, a goal, a dream, and you have to act on it, group 3. That is a good thing. That is a beautiful thing. Don't let anybody ever call you flighty. It doesn't matter if they do. Right? It's not going to phase you. Because look, the proof is in the pudding. Okay, you have the determination to achieve really great things in your life. You already have. You're going to keep doing so, and it's going to be fun. Just remember to stay balanced. Don't ever limit yourself and your belief in what you can achieve, but still take the time to, balance your action with rest. If we're burned out all the time, we've lost what the true purpose is of achieving more. And, you get what I'm saying, but just stay balanced. And I think sometimes when we have that strong desire and drive, we can be afraid if we do stop, it's going to slip through our fingers or something. And that's just here to tell you that that's just not the case. You're at a point in your life now where you can kind of go at the pace that feels right to you. Trust your instincts and your good sense. And you're going to see things move. You're going to see things happen, and you're going to see success over and over again, group 3. And it really is inspiring. It really is. So let's get one more card for you, group 3. You are energy. You are magic. That is what you are. You are an alien superstar. That's the second Beyonce I've used in these readings today. Period. So trust your magic. Follow wherever your energy moves, because you make it happen. You are a manifester. You are magic, group 3. Follow your curiosity. Step through that portal, okay? That's what I have for you, and I just thank you for being here. I hope to see you again next time. I really appreciate your support. Thanks. Bye.